second concept car I did for Bertone was a car called the Jaguar B99. This was for 2011. And 99 was the 99th year of Bertone, because it was created in 1912. My name is Mike Robinson. I'm an American car designer, and I arrived here in Torino in 1979. And the reason why I came to Torino is that I discovered Italian design back when I was 16 years old, studying architecture in high school. I saw a poster of the Stratos Zero, prototype Zero, and I just went crazy. So I got to do that. That's what I want to do when I grow up. So I told my parents, I'm going to be a car designer in Torino. I said, Torino in Ohio? I said, no, Torino in Italy. The day after I graduated from college at the University of Washington, Seattle, I left for Europe. I traveled all around Europe, visited every single car design studio in Europe, and I kept Italy for last because that's where I really wanted to be. And I've been here for 43 years in Italy. When I was named director of design for Bertone, you can imagine how amazing it was for me as a young 16-year-old kid wanting to be exactly that. The dream became a reality, and that was really, really special for me. So, but when I arrived in Bertone, there was nobody in the offices. There was no projects. It was almost, the company was almost dead. So we left immediately and went to China and started bringing projects back from China. And we brought from zero up to 26 million euros per year of invoices. So we had 10 projects every day. Simultaneously, I had 30 designers that worked on one project in the morning, one in the afternoon, and another one after dinner, because that's the only way we can do so many projects simultaneously. Lily talked to the owner, one of the big bosses, Fausto, from Tata, and then she said, wanted to do a Jaguar. I said, fine. He said, well, how about a Jaguar E? She said, no, we don't want a Jaguar E. We want a baby Jaguar. I said, well, how big is a baby Jaguar? I said, well, it's like a Mercedes Class C class. Okay, we do that. So we started working with my 30 designers. I said, everybody stop doing their production cars and start working on this. And said, yeah. When you do a concept car, everybody's super excited to participate in these things. So I said, but forget the cars. We're going to start doing research on what is a Jaguar. Not a Jaguar today, but Jaguar in the history of Jaguar, but also Jaguar the cat, because Jaguar is a very special animal. Jaguar in Maya means to kill with one leap, because a cheetah will run so fast, behind a gazelle, it would get tired, and then finally catch it because he was going so fast. But a Jaguar, so powerful, with powerful legs in the back and really strong mouth, you just grab it and that's it, game over. So the little leaper on the hood of each Jaguar has this whole emblem of a Jaguar leaping for its prey. I started thinking about how we went through all the cars in the history of Jaguar. What are the peaks of these special cars over time? And they're not always the latest ones. Some of them are coming from the past, and amazing cars they've done over these years. And so we started working on proportions, architecture. How can we get as close as possible to the DNA of the Jaguar, what the Jaguar should really look like? And I had one really talented person working with me, a guy named Adrian Griffiths. Adrian is an English designer. He was my chief designer in the group, but he had worked many, many years ago in Jaguar, in Rover, in many companies like that in England. So he had a great understanding of the company itself. And the French, our time to development was so short, and we only had 3 months to do the entire project. So we had no time to do the mathematical models. So they did a giant block of clay, like a square block of clay, and said, here, they gave it to Adrian. He said, no problem. In 1 week, he had that car, the car you saw in Bologna, that car was finished in 1 week. And he had all the sketches all on the walls, all around it, but it was such amazing to see him model that car by hand, with no computer, no nothing, just all by the old school way of doing things. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful car. So we scanned it, milled it out full size, modified 2 micro little things, and then they took the molds off it, and away we went with the car. But we wanted to take one step further past that, because even though time was short, we know the Jaguar has historically been a company that you drive your Jaguar to work in the week and take it to the track on Sundays. So this double personality of Jaguar, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, is really fascinating. So we decided to transform the posture model into a race car. And so the elegant luxury sedan was going forward with all the guys in the shop. But we started making this thing widen out to the track to 2.5 meters wide, and lowered it down to the ground. And giant spoiler in the front, giant spoiler in the back, and a giant extractor underneath it. It was a radical car for GT3 rules. And it came out just wonderful. Really, really cool. Totally different from the same car on the street, on the track, but all done in 3 months. Unfortunately, I had enough time to put an engine in either one of them. But the luxury Jaguar had exterior and interior, so you could sit inside of it and feel the wonderful luxury interior. And so we took it to the Geneva Auto Show. And Foster, who gave us the project, came in the day before the thing opened. He said, wow, this is just fantastic. He was really, really happy with the results. I said, wow, that's fantastic. And then the first day of the show, Ratan Tata came to our stand, and he said, this is just beautiful. This is the most beautiful Jaguar I've ever seen in my entire life. And I wanted to just kiss him. I couldn't believe how amazing to have the owner of the company such a compliment on this car. So you should tell your friends in Jaguar. I said, no, I don't want to interfere with the business. It's up to them. So then the business came to visit us. And Ian Collin, the design director from Jaguar, and Hawthorne, who was the CEO of Jaguar, came to visit us. And they walked up to the car and said, what's that? I said, Igor, this is a Jaguar B99 that you saw the renderings of. Because he said, we didn't have time to show him the finished model. We did show him the renderings. And he said, no, it's not a Jaguar. So I counted to 3. No, I counted to 10, actually, before I answered. And he said, why is this not a Jaguar yet? Oh, because of the front overhang. It's too short. It's not feasible. At that point, we got a little bit fucked up. I said, you know what? You should take your engineers. You should both take your engineers over to the BMW stand. See the BMW stand there? I copied the Series 3 front overhang. So don't tell me that's not feasible. In fact, if you guys use the Ford Mondeo to make your Jaguars, it's not my problem. But this is a Jaguar because it's short overhang, and yours is maybe less of a Jaguar because you have long overhangs. He went away really, really pissed off. I learned many years later that they weren't happy with the situation because they worked in a similar project inside Jaguar at that time. And when they discovered that this car was having much more success than the car they were doing, there was a lot of internal battles. They killed the project. And the biggest defect our car had was it's called not invented here. And therefore, they couldn't accept to have a car designed in Italy, superseding a car design in Coventry. So it was really too bad. It would have been a fantastic project to have a small Jaguar, but a very, very elegant Jaguar that's really getting close as possible to the DNA of the company. And today, that car is sitting in the both cars, the race car and they're sitting in the Volandia. But I've promised the number of people that I would make this into a one-off prototype with maybe 10 copies of it made, and with a 12-cylinder engine in it, with just a fantastic car for rich collectors who'd like to have this car. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a way to do that one of these days.